Hello, Richard from BudgetKeyboardist.com. I am what you would call a hardcore Logic Pro user. I've been using Logic Pro for years, and this video is about why I love it so much. But honestly, I'm not such a super fanboy that I can't see the problems with it. So the next video is going to be about 10 things Apple can do to improve Logic Pro. But for this week, we're going to go over 10 reasons why Logic Pro is the best DAW for me. DAW being Digital Audio Workstation, aka computer program, aka this thing. Okay, number one, cost. Logic Pro is $199. And for your money, you get a great DAW, plus a big collection of synths and drum machines and keyboards, plus amps and pedals, and you get audio plugins, and you get mastering effects. Basically, it's the most stuff for the money of any DAW on the market. Number two, upgrades. I bought Logic years ago. I can't even remember how long ago, like 2007? I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, I've been getting free updates with new stuff ever since. Most DAW companies want to keep charging you money for new stuff. With each new version, there's a new upgrade price. Not Logic. Psst, hey Apple, do not change Logic Pro on the Mac to a subscription model. Don't do it. You're going to lose a big chunk of your users if you do that. I know you pulled that crap with the iPad, but do not do it on the Mac. Please, just don't. Trust me. That sounded like don't trust me. Don't do it. Trust me. How's that? Okay. 3, ease of use. Okay, so Logic, Cubase, Studio One. Honestly, they're all pretty easy to learn how to use. If you learn one, it's easier to learn others. I will admit that I've been using Logic for so long, I'm probably pretty biased. But to me, the way Logic works is just the easiest of the bunch. For example, when I added the Behringer X Touch to my setup, it was super easy. It took me like less than 5 minutes. Logic just works. I don't have to spend forever trying to figure stuff out, like I've had to do with some other DAWs. Reaper. It's just my opinion, of course. 4, Drummer is ridiculously great. I use it all the time. So basically, you pick the genre, you pick the cyber drummer, kind of like AI-ish, I guess. You tell it to follow your bass line, and you tell it how busy to play, how loud, how soft, and it generates the drum track. It's 90% done. And then after that, you can tweak the settings, or if you want total control, you can convert it to MIDI, and then you can tweak each individual drum and move stuff around, and it's pretty amazing. I haven't found anything easier, honestly. I think it's great. 5. Shut up. 5. While we're talking about Drummer, the producer kits give you control over every mic on the kit, including the room mics. So if you've never messed around with producer kit, if you've just been using stock Drummer, check out the producer kits. So in addition to controlling each mic in the room mics, it also gives you access to like a bigger collection of snare drums and bass drums, etc., cymbals. And I love the fact that Apple gives power users access to all this crazy stuff. It's like a real session. But if you're not ready for that, it just hides it all. That's a nice touch. 6, the sampler, which was semi-recently improved, is easy to use. It's easy to make samples with. It comes with an amazing collection of samples, and basically I love it. And I mean, Alchemy is like one of my favorite synth plugins out there. It's amazing, but that would be like another number. I'm trying to keep it to 10, so. 7, studio horns and studio strings. These are both great, especially if you take the time to learn how to modify the articulations and set up keys and stuff. I mean, these are features that you find in really expensive products where you have to load like gigabytes worth of samples, but try studio horns and studio strings. If you get good at it, they can sound pretty convincing. 8, plugins in Logic Pro cover everything you need, including pitch correction. And most of them, honestly, are so good, you don't really need to buy third-party products. But, of course, you can always add whatever third-party plugins you like, or wherever you want improvement. If you think Melodyne is like better than the built-in pitch correction tool, which it is, You just add Melodyne. 9. Logic's audio quantize feature. When they first rolled it out, it wasn't very good, but it's definitely improved over the years. And honestly, at this point, I can use it on most things, and it's good enough. You know, you can't really hear it. It's not perfect, okay, but just for general playing, to clean up a guitar part really quick, it works pretty well, and it can save you a lot of time. Okay, 10. You can install Logic Pro on every Mac you own, old and new, with one license. Right? So if you've got a really, really old Mac and it won't run the latest version of Logic, well, Apple will let you download the most recent version that will run on that Mac. I think you need to be on, whatever was the first OS to have the App Store. Is that 10.13 maybe? I forget. But I did this on my white 2008 MacBook Core 2 Duo. It worked on that, and I was able to download the latest version of Logic that will run on that laptop. I think that's pretty amazing. I mean, 2008? So I've got Logic on everything. It's great, with one license. Okay, Logic isn't perfect, and I mean, if I'm honest, I would say that almost none of the features in Logic are what I would call best in class. But for $199, I mean, you get everything you need, and for the things that you want to improve, you can buy plugins. Apple has, over time, made amazing improvements for free, like the drummer or adding the Mellotron. I got pretty excited when they did that. If you're on a Mac, Logic is pretty hard to beat, honestly. But in the next video, I will give you 10 things that I don't like about Logic that I wish Apple would change and or fix. So hopefully you'll check that video out. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you next time.